Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin Trade. Bitcoin Prediction. This episode I'll be talking about Dash. And if you can see this in parallel view 3D audio stereogram, you can see there's a lot going on right there. A lot. So anyways, let me first talk about Dash real quick and what it is and a little history behind it. If y'all don't know what Dash stands for, it's digital cash. But when I did my research, when I first heard about Dash, it was known as Darkcoin, and I think there was a lot of other coins that were called Darkcoin because I remember a Darkcoin that was started by I think Amir Ataki, and then I thought I heard another Darkcoin that was started by Cody Wilson, the guy who makes the guy who made the 3D gun, the printed a 3D printable gun, not 3D print, but he made a gun out of a 3D printer, and now he makes actually a machine that mills 80% lowers. You just put it in there, screw it on there, and push the button, and it will mill an aluminum 80% lower. So, but apparently, as I did research on Dash, Dash was, I think, started in 2014, and originally it was Xcoin. Then it rebranded itself as Darkcoin, and then rebranded itself as Dash, if I remember. Anyways, Dash was available on Bitfinex before they delisted it because there wasn't enough volume. So it's not like Dash didn't have any opportunities, just like any other coin. But I think the recent rise in the price of Dash really contributed to this woman right here. If you know who she is, Amanda B. Johnson. And then here I have the manslave. She calls this guy or her manslave. So this is them wearing their Dash t-shirts. I think she's selling Dash t-shirts. So this is him displaying what's on the backside. And no, Rainbow Dash is not really on the t-shirt. I put that there. So don't think you're going to buy a Dash t-shirt and there's Rainbow Dash on the back or anything like that. I put that in there. If you notice, Rainbow Dash is actually inside the body of the manslave. So it looks like you can see the words dash.org kind of come out a little bit if you really look at it. So the Rainbow Dash, the pony, Rainbow Dash is kind of a little bit set inside. So it looks like it's in the slave, manslave. I don't know his real name. I mean, Amanda Johnson just calls him manslave, so I'm assuming that's his name. Anyways, Amanda B. Johnson did a YouTube channel called The Daily Decrypt, in which she talked about cryptocurrencies and was a very big Bitcoin user. She was a Bitcoin user. I'm sure she still is, maybe. I'm not sure. But over time, when the whole consensus of forking or hard forking, soft forking, or raising the block size came to a point where I guess she just kind of became dissatisfied. I'm not sure. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that came out, like Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin Classic, Bitcoin XT, Bitcoin whatever, and there was Bitcoin Core, the original software developers, whatever software. Anyways, there was a point in time where a lot of people came dissatisfied with the developers because apparently there was a lot of loud voices out there that wanted a hard fork or wanted something, wanted a voting process, wanted some people felt that the users should decide how Bitcoin should be developed and everything, which makes sense. But users aren't developers, and so users are just users. They don't do anything but use. So anyways, Amanda B. Johnson got a little disillusioned with Bitcoin and the whole, development of Bitcoin. And so she um, ended her daily decrypt YouTube show, and I remember watching it because I used to watch her every day. And whoever, she would advertise a lot of stuff. She would advertise like some scam coins apparently, but if they paid her to, market their coin, that's what she did. She's a marketer. Um, so apparently, she left. I won't say she left, but she stopped doing the daily decrypt, and it was some time ago, a couple months after that. It turns out that I guess Dash has uh, approached her to be their spokesperson, and ever since then, Dash has done a wonderful job, and she's also done a wonderful job of promoting Dash and talking about Dash. And apparently there's a lot of stuff about Dash that I guess she wanted and that she was looking for. And so a lot of governance, a lot of voting, master nodes, becoming a master node, getting paid to be a node, all that. It seems really great. Unfortunately, I have never purchased any Dash. No one's ever come to me asking me about purchasing Dash or using Dash or anything like that. So I don't know the full details of how it works. But basically, if you see her, she's pointing to that yellow coin, which is really small. That's X coin. That's how Dash originally started as X coin, and then became dark coin. You see that little symbol, very similar to the symbol of what Dash is now. And then eventually they changed their name from dark coin, so it was X coin, dark coin, and then Dash. And so that's what it is now, and it's marketed as Dash, as in digital cash, Dash. And it was also marketed in a way that it's instant transactions, faster transactions, also anonymous transactions. It also mixes itself and all that stuff. So it seemed like a really good coin, but again, I never bought Dash from another person. No one has anyone has ever offered me Dash in any way, and so that's what you see here. The three different coins are actually the same coin: X coin, dark coin, and then Dash is what it was. And then here is the manslave, and I'm just playing around with Rainbow Dash because Dash, Rainbow Dash, having fun with it. And the concept's the same, that it's a very fast transaction. So, and if you see the Rainbow Dash up here, Rainbow Dash is flying, and Rainbow's coming out of her butt. Looks like Rainbow's coming out of her butt. And then there's Rainbow Dash right there, licking herself like a cat. I don't know what it is about memes on cats with rainbows shooting out of their asses, but I have Rainbow Dash doing that. So a lot to look at. And then in the background, if you look, I do have a Bitcoin. I do have Bitcoin over there, in which again, I don't know the origins of Dash, but I think just like most coins at the time, especially around 2013 and thereafter, a lot of people were just forking Bitcoin and making their own coins, and X coin, dark coin, Dash, I think was one of them. So I think it's safe to say we can put a Bitcoin in this somewhere. I'm not sure if it was original, and a lot of the things that was implemented in Dash was attempted to implement in Bitcoin as well. So it's they've kind of branched off onto their own. And I think the lead developer or the creator is Evan Duffield, but I'm not going to put him on here because Amanda B. Johnson is the spokesperson, the representative for Dash, So and since she's come on board, it's actually done very well. It's done very well. And in the background, you see here, I have the Bitcoin, and then I have some words in there, and it says for. You probably can't see it because I have Rainbow Dash covering it, but it's a quote from Amanda Johnson apparently, and it says for me dash. What is it? I'm sorry. For me, Dash does feel like Satoshi's vision, quote unquote. Amanda B. Johnson representing Dash Detailed. So there's a little quote for her, from her on that. Hope you enjoyed this audio stereogram in 3D. It's probably one of the more, man, a lot is going on. I never had so much work done on this, but there you go. And that's Amanda B. Johnson. If you wanted to know, you've probably seen her on Dash Detailed. So she does these. She's gone from daily decrypt to Dash Detailed, and she also did an interview with Adam Meister recently. She also did an interview, or was on Bitcoin Uncensored as well. So there's you can look for that video if you're want to know more about Dash. Other than that, I don't know too much. I know their prices has gone up recently with this whole evolution thing that they're doing. I do like the fact that they set aside a certain amount of Dash to fund a project. It's kind of like Dash is kind of like a mixture of a crowd fund, somewhat of a DAO, and somewhat of it seems like a lot of things, governance and everything. It'd be interesting to see what happens to Dash. And let me just quickly go on to Coin Market Cap here, but so that's the audio stereogram. Please enjoy it. Take a look at it. Stare into it. So, but you see Dash up there, that's their official logo on top, which is kind of reset, pushed back a little bit further, but not quite. Rainbow Dash dashing around, and Rainbow Dash licking herself. And well, there you go. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's quite a bit to work on. I was trying to figure out. I wanted to use Rainbow Dash. I thought it'd be kind of cute and funny and a little bit of a parody. But it was really hard to work that into, pictures with Amanda B. Johnson, and I wanted her to be in, representing Dash because that's what she's doing now. So I found a couple pictures with her in a T-shirt and her manslave. So working with that was a little bit of a challenge, but got it to work. It's kind of cool. Her manslave just turned over and showing his back side, So I don't know why she calls him his manslave. It'd be interesting to know what his real name is. If you do some Google search, you could see what he looks like. If you want to see, I have him turned over or turned around. Anyways, let's go look at the coin market cap and see where Dash is at this point in time. Hold on here. Okay, I'm at coin market cap. Let's see where everything is. And I did have a chance to hear the new President Trump inauguration. Nothing happened. The price kind of went down early in the morning, and the price kind of just went back up, but still a little bit below 900. I'll do a chart analysis here soon, but I just want to make sure I got. Okay, now it's at 900. There it is. Okay, so where is Dash? Okay, Dash is. Oh, I should have checked. The price went down. Oh well. I should have checked. It was a little bit higher, but looks like Ethereum moved up. I should have checked earlier in this morning, but oh well. Sorry. Anyways, Ethereum Classic got a little bit of a bump when I did the Ethereum Classic here, but you're next, Ethereum Classic. Sorry. Looks like there was a change here, but oh well. Dash is Dash. It went back down to 7. It was 6, now back down to 7. So, anyways, I'm sure they'll fight it out between them. Oh, look at that. Wow, Ethereum Classic just shot up like crazy. Is that wow? I don't know if that just happened today. Oh, it must have. So Ethereum Classic was moved down to 7th, and Dash moved up. So okay, well, you're next, Ethereum Classic. So that's where we are on the coin market cap, and next after that will be, well, if it still stays there, it depends if it goes down any further. But there's a lot of these asterisk marks. I don't do the pre-mined coins. So Steam will be next after Ethereum Classic, unless something crazy happens in the next few days here. But anyways, let's go to the chart. Oh, we're at 900 now. Okay, so it bounced up to 900. I'm on the Bitstamp 1 hour, and look at that. Bitsy's on the Bitsy's on 888 here. Let me see. Chinese exchange a little bit lower. Bitphoenix and Bitstamp about well, almost the same pretty much. And then let's have a look at the difference between the spreads. $3 from the Chinese, and then $12 from Bitsy. It was a $20 spread from Bitsy. Now it's gone to $12 to $10 spread. This morning it was almost, because the price was dropping right about here, it was almost a I would say $4 to $5 spread. So kind of interesting. Let's have a look at the hourly chart real quick and see what's going on. And on the hourly, I am going to make a line on the hourly, so you can see what's going on the hourly. So if you look at the hourly, you're seeing this happen, and it's following that line, and it's been bouncing off of it, but it's been bouncing off of it from a drastic low. As you can see it's bouncing off of this trend line because it just came off of this drastic sell-off, and now it's bouncing, and the bounces are getting kind of smaller, like small, and it doesn't have that much time to shoot up. You know, it's getting closer and closer, and all it's doing is just slightly bouncing just a little bit higher, but it's never breaking over the 915 here that it's been at. Oh, okay, hold on here, hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, now, so I'm back here, and there's not much it's bouncing off, so I'm just going to go to the 12 hour and see what the 12 hour is doing. And this 12 hour, see that line? That line is really nothing. That trend line is very short term when you look at it in 12 hour. So I wouldn't rely on it too much. Although there is a pattern where it does go up, bounce, does go up, bounce. If it does bounce, I'm expecting right around here, like right around this price. I'm expecting, actually, if it can just go above this. You can see it's the support for this. When this part was bouncing up from up here, it's a support area for here. But it's going to also become the resistance now. So if it could bounce up to at least to that point, 940, I'm thinking really it's gotta shoot up to 950, 970. It's really got to shoot up to here to show that this short-term uptrend here is going to continue on. Other than that, that'd be the fifth leg of the short term. If you look here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. If it's not, because it's really getting close to if you look at this trend line, it's really getting close to, it's just hugging it too much. Okay, thank you. If it's gonna do anything, it should shoot up. That way it doesn't. Well, it should have gone up by now, or hopefully it'll go up really soon. Maybe over the weekend. But if it doesn't, look. Just watch this line, trend line, and if it starts breaking below it, there probably is a good chance that there might be a sell-off. So that's something to watch on the hourly if you're trading on an hourly basis. I'm going to go ahead and remove this line because when you go to 12 hour, it just doesn't make any sense to have it there. It's just too short. So I'm going to go to the 12 hour real quick and take a look at what's happening here recently. And 12 hours definitely crossed over, and if you look here, it's acting as a support, but it hasn't pushed up higher, than some of these recent prices. Like that's why I was 950. And so far it hasn't broken, any of the previous highs. I know it's probably consolidating right here, but still it worries me. But anyways, it does look bullish on the 12 hour. I did change my RSI to the MACD just to get an idea. And I'm noticing the MACD is, if you look on the MACD down there, that the MACD is cresting and showing weakness here now. So that's a concern on the MACD on the 12 hour, but let's go on the daily. And daily, you're starting to see, if this thing turns around, turns green, then that could be a good sign for a liftoff. Right now, what is it, 900? It looked like a little hammer here, but if it starts pushing up higher, it's no longer a hammer. It's a good lifting off point here, and now you might see a move up there. So again, bullish. I'm looking at the MACD, and it looks like it's cresting from the bottom, pushing up on the daily. But again, you're still at risk because you're in the middle of 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 700 could be the bottom before we start heading back up again. So anyways, just a scenario to look for, and have some buy orders at 700. Now I'm on the 3-day, and now that hammer, now that's starting to look like a little red hammer. And it wasn't that low. It was really a little bit lower in the morning. It was like almost down to here. Or actually, I can't move it. Well, it showed more of a hammer, but it's still showing a hammer. Let's see how it goes. Today is the end of the 3rd day, so we'll see what happens after today. See what happens over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday, and then we'll see where the price is. If the price is still at the same level, I think we're going to be okay. If the prices are moving down, then there's probably a loss of momentum going up and a gain of momentum starting to go down. So be cautious and just watch out for that. Give yourself, just look for the signals there, and then have confidence in your trade. Let's see the MACD on this one. I think I already mentioned the MACD. Well, the MACD on the 3-day shows it cresting. It's gone down as it's gone down here, but at the same time it has not. I don't know if it's crested, because if you look at it, the solid red ones represent the price going down, and then the translucent red ones are prices going up, and then this is showing prices going down, but not quite really. Again, you have to wait until this is finished in order to get a confirmation, but 3 days, it's a long time to wait sometimes. And then let's look at the weekly real quick to get a sense of what's going on here. So I changed the RSI to a MACD because I like using MACDs and RSIs. And on the weekly, it's kind of mixed, because if you look at the price, it looks good. It's above the yellow line, which is shorter term average. But at the same time, if you're into wave theory, this is going to be 1, 2, and then 3. That's just third wave. So we'll see what happens. And also, when I look at the MACD, you'll see the MACD showing that it's the push up has crested, and now you're seeing the momentum going down. And if it gets to the red, then you know it's really going down. But even if it's not red, the fact that this momentum up is crested and peaked and it's starting to go down, it should be something for you to keep in your mind, because on a 1 week it does take a little bit longer to get confirmation, but it should give you enough early warning signals for you to position yourself. So like I said, if you are on the exchanges and you can make a market order 700 and 600, and then let me also go back a little bit to some other lines, and I'll draw up some other lines. And the lines that I make aren't, when I say 700, 600, they're not quinky dink. Okay, so there is a baseline here at 400. So here's some of the trend lines here that you could look at for possible future movements in price. And as you can see here, there's also this longer trend line right here that is around 600. So somewhere around 600 is also another good support. I think this is these two lines I think are, well, it's possible. It could, as you see the trend, it's moving upwards, which is indicative of the kind of thing we experienced here. So this should give you some encouraging confidence that the price will go up. But the question is, will it? Just because this did in the past doesn't mean it's going to do it again. But considering that it's happened so frequently, you would think so, but you never know. Anyway, so there are some areas where you can put some good support areas, and let's go back into, let's just zoom into it. There we go. So support areas, as far as the trend line, 600 and 300. Will it go down to 300? I don't think so. Not in a few days. It's kind of rare. Maybe over a long term, after it peaks out, will it go to 300? Possible. But this is more realistic. 700. I'm sorry, 600. If it starts breaking down, 700 and 600. So I gotta wrap this up. I gotta make this quick. Okay. Well, anyways, that's my chart analysis. And oh yeah, forgot my prediction for Dash. Okay, Dash. All right. So my prediction for Dash is that I think Dash will do very, very well. It's really promoting itself. It's got a great community. It has a good spokesperson, Amanda B. Johnson. It has governance. It has a way for nodes to be compensated. It has ways for fundraising, Dash projects. It has a governance, which I guess a lot of some of the Bitcoin early Bitcoin users were looking for something, a coin that can do governance and all that. So they got that. So I think you'll do well overall. I don't own any. I don't have any. I haven't had anybody try to come to me and sell me any Dash. So I think if they go on this path that they're on, I mean, it sounds like they're trying to do a local Bitcoins for Dash, and they're trying to fundraise it and everything. So it seems like a overall good coin and good community. I think Dash will do very well. Nothing crazy. It does seem to be a very steady, sustained growth. They really promote themselves as digital cash. That's it. This is just digital cash. It's not anything crazy. It's not gonna save your life or do anything like that. It's just digital cash that you control. And there's some other stuff as far as community within Dash community. So overall, I think you'll do well. And I do believe Amanda B. Johnson will probably be the spokesperson for Dash. She's done such a great job over there. I know a lot of Bitcoiners don't like her for what seems to be abandoning Bitcoin and moving over to Dash, and a lot of people may consider her as a shill, and in some ways she is, of course, because she's into Dash. What else is she going to be talking about? She gets paid to talk about Dash, getting paid in Dash to talk about Dash. So, but anyways, I think she will do well with her manslave, and I think she'll be the spokesperson, representative, and marketer for Dash for a very, very long time. I know a lot of people in the crypto space like her, like watching her video on Daily Decrypt. Every now and then I do watch her on Dash. So I hope she keeps it up, and wish her the best. So anyways, this concludes this episode. So feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned.